This was not, I think he will come. Jeff was insisting that he said this. He said, I know what a done deal looks like, and this is a done deal. And Windhorse happened to be on that day, and this exchange ensued.
I was doing business several years ago with the Wades, etc. And Antoine Wade, Dwayne Wade's brother, a year before the decision, was very clear and walked me through the entire plan almost as it happened. That's a fact.
Right.
And so I just have a hard
what
time
if the Cavs won the championship that year? He still leave?
All I know is it played out exactly as they told me. I said it.
You can argue from
Deli on Pico,
you can argue
and
it from
played
both
out
sides.
for me. So
all I'm saying is there seems to be a lot of strategy. With all due respect, nobody knew. They had talked about it, but nobody knew until they got there.
Oh, come on! John is pointing at himself saying he knew.
So you're saying if the Cavs had won the championship in 2010, LeBron goes, see you guys.
Brian, what I'm saying to you is Ramona Shelburne and a bunch of us for 3 years now, privately behind the scenes here, have been talking about LeBron going to the Lakers as though it was, don't say this publicly, but it's kind of fait accompli. And all I can tell you is I get the same spidey sense I got from Antoine Wade at lunch.
Then go to Vegas and put your house on it.
Done.
Brian, I am completely with you. Brian,
I have great respect for you. I'm just going for
Brian, I am completely with you.
Dude, here's what I'm telling you. Is it an option? Yes,
clearly.
It's an option. If you think it's done, you're full of it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just taking an educated guess. I'm always full of it.
Let's move on.
That's a different story now, isn't it?
Oh, I'm still betting. I'll still bet the house.
See, here's the thing, man.
It's an educated bet of the house.
You know what, dude? In my business, you make educated guesses, you're going to be in deep trouble.
Well, not so much.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us, Jeff Katz. You feeling a little good about yourself today, my friend?
Gloat away.
Hey, Jeff, had you heard that in a while?
As a matter of fact, I guess you guys played it the other day.
Yeah, about a week ago.
I got back into L.A. like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And so I keep my Twitter blocked, but the people plenty of the guys that are in there are listeners. And so it started blowing up. So once that came back up again, anyone that's followed me at Worldwide Cats on the block Twitter the entire year, basically I've been, every time our friend Brian would pop up and sort of suggest, the tea leaves are leaning the Lakers' way, I would instantly get feedback from people, have myself a good chuckle. And lo and behold, gentlemen, here we are. Who could have predicted it?
Here we are. So now can you reveal any of the specific stuff that was leading you to that?
Jeff, what you said to me once, and I can't remember it was on the air or off, you said, I know what a done deal looks like, and this is a done deal. What made you think that?
It's one of those things when you do enough lunches and, just the nature of our business in terms of the entertainment end of stuff, you go to lunch meetings, you go to drink meetings. If you can avoid it, you go to dinner meetings. But that's where a lot of the exchange of information goes on. It's no different than being in Washington, D.C., and sort of how the press stuff works there. And so in my case, I think particularly because I came up at New Line, which has now been absorbed by Warner Brothers, where obviously LeBron's deal is, I keep in touch with my friends there. I keep in touch with my friends at other studios, and just literally every conversation for the longest time, both with them and frankly with people in the sports world off the air, during the paywall sections of the program, which as we know are often far more entertaining than the actual shows themselves. It's a pity. Between those two things, it wasn't hard to look at 2 and 2 equaling 4. Listen, let's be honest, guys. We all acknowledge that within a year, a book is going to come out, probably by Brian and friends, detailing the inside story.
Wait, do you have that as a cold hard fact too? As Brian's book?
The King Goes West. Yes,
King Goes West.
We'll be publishing it. Yes. No. Would it stun you if that deal, or at least the holding deal in the wake of the last book? And it's not a knock on them. It's just that's how the business works. We used John, if you remember, in the aftermath of that I'll say confrontation. I was going to say conversation, but no, that's what it was. We mentioned game change, which is a perfect sort of analogy for this stuff, which is, if it just stands to reason that, if you knew about, LeBron going last time and I knew about LeBron going last time, then he probably knew about LeBron going last time. And so, him denying it ultimately colored, I think, the whole conversation. And I was just, I believe in what I know. I believe in the people I talk to. And here we are.
It speaks volumes about sort of LeBron thinking beyond basketball. Two things: thinking beyond basketball, and his studio or his offices at the Warner Brothers lot and his various projects, but also about his family. I mean, it's kind of a two-pronged thing that led him to this deal. I was just reading Jay Adonde says that part of the deal is that LeBron has rights to make a movie about this entire process.
Really? Okay, well, there you go. I mean, that's sort of the point. He's a fully functional business. I want to say Darren Ravel on Twitter yesterday broke down LeBron's career salary earnings. This deal will push him over $1 billion, I think. And basically, if you look at the breakdown, 60-some% of it is non-basketball revenue. And I think that's what people have to go and wrap their heads around now, is the basketball revenue is kind of irrelevant. Part of the reason I moved back to L.A., quite honestly, is I obviously have a movie at Sony that's starting to ramp up. But also, I'm going to be working with another championship athlete on their own media plan. I'm partnering with them. That'll come out fairly soon.
Who's that?
I just think
who's that? Who's the championship athlete?
He's a multiple-time recent champion, and it's a golden opportunity. That's all I'll say. It's great to be back in the state of California.
Okay.
And so
Michael
ultimately, Phelps? I think, guys,
is it Michael Phelps?
It is, yes, exactly. He's a gigantic industry waiting to happen.
Michael Phelps, the movie?
That's it. That's right. Phelps, a man in his dream.
Yeah, beautiful.
So just ultimately, though, these businesses now, LeBron, and this is the thing about LeBron and Magic working together, is Magic, much more than Michael in his own way, is the template for LeBron, even on court, off court. It makes a ton of sense for them to work together. And I know you can't tamper, quote unquote, but clearly the Lakers understood that his interests aligned with theirs at the same time. And you can't put aside the fact that thanks to the basketball gods, you kept those picks, and the young talent is there that suddenly makes this team really interesting, to where, you don't have to go give up the house for Kawhi Leonard because you got guys on favorable contracts, and he can wait a team out if you wanted to. So it's just, you got a lot of flexibility here. I love hearing that he's a long-term thinker. That's not shocking. And I think the Lakers are in a great position. I mean, you're back.
These guys are so smart now. I mean, owning a team used to be the dream, right? Now it's something different. I mean, Kobe's winning Oscars. KD has got all kinds of VC money out in Silicon Valley. LeBron has got a studio. I mean, they're thinking.
Where's Klay Thompson right now?
What do you mean?
He's in China.
Right.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
He's like a rock star in China. It's unbelievable.
Right.
Like he's got 2 billion fans over there. It's unreal.
It's a different ballgame.
Yeah. All right,
Jeff. Congratulations.
Way to
it's
go,
a very
Jeff.
good day for you.
Thank you, everybody. And best to Brian, no hard feelings, at Worldwide
Well,
on Twitter. And gentlemen, I'll be in the office next week. I look forward to seeing you.
Okay,
both.
yeah.
Right, good.
Jeff, Windhorse refuses to come on the station now.
No, he actually does.
I'm serious.
I heard that's Greg's fault, though.
It is Greg's fault.
It is Greg's fault,
It is
but
poor
we
Greg.
just find it ironic that, to the victor goes the spoils. You're on the air.
I
He
just
ain't.
want a signed copy of The King Goes West. That's all I know.
Right.
All
There
right,
you go.
excellent.
All right, see you, Jeff.
Thanks,
Great
Jeff.
to talk to you both.
All right,
Congratulations,
Jeff Katz.
Los Angeles Lakers fans.
Thanks, man. I did not know Jeff was back in L.A.
Oh, yeah, got back like 2 weeks ago.